Now I'm also planning on using them in the engine compartment of my car, so we'll see how they hold up there. Neighbor just tore down a house. We bought an experimental aircraft. Thing is, it hadn't been flown in years. Follow along as we transform our Sonex from a fixer to a flyer. Today we're going to take a look at the grip lock ties that we've been hearing about on the experimental aircraft channel. Are they just a gimmick, or are they worth the extra cost over standard run-of-the-mill zip ties you can buy everywhere? Let's find out. Now, to be honest, I only ordered one set. There was an issue with shipping, and the owner of the company offered to throw in an extra set at service. Alright, what do you say we take a look at them? Tear off the top. Resealable bag. If you're just taking a casual glance at one of these, looks like any other zip tie. Until we turn it around. Here you can see this rubber portion here, in a couple different colors. Whenever you use this on, the rubber portion will help protect what it's sitting against. Or in my case, I have plastic hydraulic brake lines. And here's the traditional ties you can see right here. And today we're going to get rid of those. Let's see how this does. The other thing you'll notice is that they're supposed to be releasable. So if I were to put it together and I decide I didn't like the position it was in, I'm supposed to be able to release this and be able to move it around. So let's see. Hopefully I don't waste my first one. Put it in. That's kind of it. Alright, so let's see now. Pull this down. There we are. Comes right apart. Do that again. There. Pull on the lever. Simple. Look at that. Now, there are other releasable ties on the market, but this is the only one I'm aware of with the rubberizing on the bottom. Cool. Well, past that test, let's see how well they work on my brake lines. Got a few different kinds of clipper here. We'll see what works best on these, but we go ahead and take these old style ties off. The left main gear. On. That just blew apart. Goodbye. Thanks for coming out. Alright. Hope you can plainly see this, but I have a plastic hydraulic line for my O'Keefe brakes. And that's something that was actually worrying me about having the standard zip ties on here after time with vibration and everything, if it would chew through this. I'm hoping with the grip lock ties I won't have to worry about that. Another cool thing about these being releasable is that the Sonex has gear leg fairings that will then cover up all of this. And I honestly don't know how this is going to fit. The previous owner installed the brakes but never got to modify the fairings or the wheel pants. So I'm going to have to mess with all this. So I'll put these in place, I'll cut them down, and if I need to move them, I know I can easily. Bring it around. Okay. We want to make sure this brake line stays at the back of the gear leg. So we're going to use 2 on this side. We know you can reuse these, so I'm going to go ahead and clip these ends off. These ends are going to be too long to go into the fairing anyway. Okay. Well, now the package does say I can trim flush. So let's go ahead and trim flush. Alright, that works out pretty well. And just the standard clippers. Okay. On the other side. Away with these. Same as before. Snippy, snippy. I switched to these bigger cutters. These ties are pretty beefy, and this cutter just does a better job. Alright. Oh, and just for fun, let's see how well this will come apart. Now it is interesting. With cutting it flush, I hope you can see this, I actually cut the end of the switch off. But sure enough, still works. Alright, how well will this go back together? Nice. Look at that. So truly reusable. Alright, well now we're turning our attentions to the engine, as there's some zip ties on here that I really want gone, and I don't like the looks of. Now, as you can see, there are plenty of zip ties in here that need to be replaced with the grip lock tie. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Some of these I'm not going to bother with right now. Like right here we have the throttle cable, and this is the cable of the mixture, and we have a battery cable going to ground. So all of those are going to get replaced, but since I'm planning on replacing the mixture knob and replacing the throttle, those jobs are going to wait until I get those pieces in. Now I'm planning on using them in the engine compartment of my car and some other areas too. I'll report back with how they hold up there as well. I know that was only a couple of them, but my first impressions are pretty good. I like all the features that they have, and for the right project I think they're worth the extra cost. So, do you need to have them? No. But if there's an application where you're worried about vibration damage, or if you're worried about the insulation wearing away on electrical wiring from vibration, these are probably the way to go then. Now the real test is going to be actually flying the airplane, so we'll go ahead and do everything we got to do, and I'll report back in time on how they're holding up. As far as I know, the coupon code from the Experimental Aircraft channel, code being experimental, for free shipping is still active, so thanks for watching, and plenty more coming on the Sonics Rehab project.